up, scumbags? As the motherfucking song says, Jules with the overalls, you are not the boss of me. I raised my own money, cutting grass this summer, shoveling shit. This is Pierre's Misadventures with a Z, bud. Misadventures. This podcast is solely for the scumbags. If you're the type of motherfucker see somebody drop a $5 bill and you put your foot over it and you don't fucking let them know that they dropped money, this is your shit. This ain't for everybody. Let's fucking get into it. I want to bring y'all back, but one of these gentlemen I got sitting next to me, you guys heard him on the podcast before. I'm going to let him go ahead and introduce himself.
Hey all, my name is Chief, aka Superman.
Dale. Ain't nobody super than Jesus. That's the only Superman I know. So by the time I met Chief, I was probably, I don't know, it was probably like 24, 25 at that time. But before I tell a little bit about myself, I want to hear a little bit about Chief and the things he was doing when he first started bouncing. So what was one of the first clubs you started bouncing at?
So at this time, I think it was around 2008, and I started at a Beta nightclub. Nowadays, Jesus, yeah. Nowadays, it's known as a Beta Event Center. So it's completely different owners, completely different environment. But back when I started working there, it was mostly EDM, and it was pretty popular club.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty renowned. Nowadays, renowned for a different reason.
Yeah. At this time, I was working at the tavern, and I was a little bit of a pushover. You know what I'm saying? If you could talk your way out of a lot of shit with me, like, did you just stab somebody? All right, well, you seem like a cool guy. You seem like you're sorry about it. I mean, I'm not going to fucking kick you out, bro. If you just sit here and you drink this water, water fixes everything, man. Yeah. If you're really drunk, just drink this water, man, and you'll be cool. I'll let you stay. But Beta did not have that stuff sometimes. Beta was a little bit wild.
So at the time, Beta was 18 plus, and I think it was 18 plus most nights. Like eventually they turned into only like one night a week, but and it's different, and like it's different bouncing when you're messing around with teenagers, because like 21-year-olds are young.
Yeah,
and dumb.
But they at least know a little bit.
But they at least kind of get the gist. Like,
I probably shouldn't eat this pizza after it hit the ground.
Right. 18-year-olds, though, on the other hand, they have no sense whatsoever. They still think they're invincible. They don't think the law applies to them. I mean, technically, in a lot of ways, it don't.
Yeah.
You know, they're still getting they're still in that mindset where they're like, oh, I'm 17, you can't hit me.
Yeah.
You know, like, and they're still in that mindset. So you're just dealing with a different level of nonsense.
And I remember there was one place here in Denver. It was called The Church.
Right.
And they were 18 and up. And I started going there, and I was kind of like I was into the church at that time, and I took people from the church that I was at and I was part of. I took them to the church, and I just kind of thought it was like a story of like, oh, yeah, it used to be a church, whatever. I had no idea that they had like religious paintings still in the window, and I brought somebody, and they're like, they fucking broke down. And they were like, I can't be here right now. I got to get out of here.
Damn, they're like, this is sacrilegious.
They got very fucking guilt tripped. I was like, what are you talking about? It was like, it used to be, but like, I don't think it is anymore. And they like showed me a picture. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that is Jesus up there.
Yeah. But, yeah, they used to have like, goth night in the basement where everyone's
that shit was wild,
looking like vampires and shit. And
18 and up is always fucking bad, man. Always fucking bad.
It's a bad idea. I'm telling you, like, I get why places do it. You know, like, they think there's money to be made. Oh, well, we could sell some Red Bulls. We could sell some tickets. You know, like, these 18-year-olds, they just want somewhere to go. Nah, but
they were counting on scumbags like myself, because I would go there with my younger brother, and we were both under 21 at this time. If you fucking set a drink down, I would take that shit.
Exactly.
In a heartbeat.
Like, a lot of these underagers too, man. They're just starting to learn the game, and they're just starting to figure out ways to do it. And as you get older, you just like, I'll just bring a flask. You know, I'll just do this. And,
you got money for a flask?
Yeah, I know. Shit. Yeah, I confiscated one. And then, you go to. And like these 18 plus clubs, and you see them, and they're sneaky. You can't just leave drinks laying around. So if you're secure, you have to be on top of that shit. You have
I would take that fucking drink cups. And I would go right into the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah, because
I was like, oh, ain't nobody gonna see me.
And then they don't see you in the middle of the dance floor. You're just disappearing the people. Yeah. I think what we did is, I think 18 to 20 just had like 2 black marks. Classic.
Yeah.
and then 21-year-olds had wristbands, but like, yeah, they
Rubbing
would
alcohol,
they
that
would
shit would come
yeah
right
they would
out.
figure it out, man. You just nowadays hand sanitizer
Yeah.
stuff like that. You just take that right off, and
I
they
think I got kicked out of fucking. No, it wasn't Beta. It was the one across the street. It was Bash.
oh, you got kicked out of Bash.
I got
Oh,
kicked out of
well,
Bash
good
because
for
I
you,
was
bud.
drinking. I was drinking in the bathroom, and the bathroom attendant was like, "Hey, if you're gonna drink that, you gotta tip me." I was like, "Man, fuck you."
Fuck you.
He was like, "Security." I was like, "No, no, no, wait, I got
No, wait,
dollar,
I'm
mate.
sorry, I
I'm
got a
sorry,
dollar.
man." But I never went to Bash. Not Bash. I never went to Beta because it was always like I felt like if I fucked around in there, I would get beat the fuck up because at that point, security was like, you didn't fuck with security because nobody had fucking cell phones. Like, if you fucked up, you were gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, so this is 2008, 2009. I think I worked there from like '08 to 2013 essentially. And yeah, at the time, we had fucking cell phones, but they were like flip phones,
Yeah,
and
there was a razor and shit.
it was a razor, and the fucking, the
Like
video was
1.5
grainy
yeah.
as fuck. And you had to like if you wanted to get on the internet, you had to like log on to the internet
You
and
had to
shit.
pay for that shit.
Yeah, you had to pay for
minutes.
you had to get use your minutes. And yeah, you fuck with the bouncer, don't listen to what they say, you get your ass kicked. So at this time, Bash was across the street, like Pierre mentioned, and Bash was, I'm just gonna say, it was a little ghetto,
Yeah.
and shit would go down, especially after hours. Beta, you wouldn't think of it as that. It was, yeah, it's white kids EDM and a lot of Asian
Yeah.
EDM. Like that was really our target demographics. We dealt with like a lot of crazy shit though because of the 18 plus, and then also the Asian element, which is really weird. You don't hear about
They
that,
fucking
especially in
roll so
Denver.
fucking deep.
But
It's like 20 of them.
they roll fucking crazy deep, and there's like Asian gangs here. They're not like anything super. I mean, I don't want to get hit
I
on me for
watched the Fast
saying
and the
this,
Furious.
but
I
they
watched
exist.
Yeah.
They exist. I'm not gonna like talk on them, but they are here, and they would like come in and like claim the area as their own.
Yeah.
And my first night working at Beta, so how I got the job was at the time I was working in like moving companies and shit.
Yeah.
And I had a friend who was just like, "Hey, we need bouncers at this nightclub I'm working at." Like, and I thought to myself like, that sounds fun, like, oh yeah, man, like I'm getting paid to go out and like be part of the crowd, and I. So I showed up and I was kind of, naive. I think all bouncers are naive on their
Yeah.
first day. And the security there, though, did not fuck around. They were almost like too serious,
Yeah.
like our security manager at the time, like he like ruled his staff with like an iron fist, and
Yeah.
he thought he was
It was
like
Old Testament.
yeah,
Old
yeah,
Testament.
and he thought like he was the baddest motherfucker around.
Yeah.
He used to call us the regulators.
Oh shit.
And at the beginning of every shift, he would be like, "Regulators," and then everyone else would be like, "Mount up." So like at time, like I look back at it, man, I laugh because it's just so corny and ridiculous.
You were about it.
But at the
you were
time,
like,
man, you're just like fed into it. You're like, "Yeah, we're the baddest motherfuckers
Yeah.
around." And the first night I worked, though, they were just like, "Oh, cool, you were." You were in the army and you seem about it. Like, yeah, you
fought
get a
in
job.
Burma, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You fucked with the Cobras
fuck
and
with the
shit.
King Cobras in Burma
got
and
you,
shit. Yeah, exactly. And fucking, so they said, yeah, you could work a shift. And at the end of the shift, there was like,
That's crazy that they were like, you had this crazy amount of experience, and they were still like, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
give you a
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
shot.
we'll give
Now
you a
you're
fucking
like,
shot,
Now
yeah.
they're like, yo, can you read?
yeah.
Do you have a flashlight? Can you get to work?
Do you have a bus pass?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell yeah, man, you got a job. Fucking so it was like a 20 fucking person brawl, and I remember when I ran to it, and I showed up, and like it was one of those situations where every bouncer is on the floor getting wrestled. There's another guy on the bouncer's back just choking
Yeah.
him out from behind, and I'm just like I show up, and this is my first night,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, all right, I guess this is what we do, and I start like cracking heads and like hitting people, and like immediately got a lot of people's respect because they're just like, damn, your first night, you
You're
were just
about it.
about it. But I was just like, is it like this every day?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, this happens like once a month, and yeah, that's kind of accurate. Like
Yeah.
I think there we probably only had like a fight a night. The worst part about that particular spot though is it's huge warehouse, like and 3 floors. So there'd
A
be
lot
like
of stairs.
Yep, they'd be like, "Oh, there's a fight on the 3rd floor. There's a fight in the basement. There's a fight," and you just be running, wrestling with someone,
Yeah.
run to the next spot, wrestling with someone. But it's like a full ass workout. Like I was in great shape when I worked at fucking Beta.
But at the gin mill, it was a lot fucking bigger. And so we had a really big story that it was probably we'd been working together for like 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
And at the end of the night, we loved swapping war stories. Like at the end of the night, we'd be in the back of the fucking parking lot smoking little. It'd be like we all had money, but like we'd be sharing a little fucking bowl with like kids and shit.
Right.
Smoking weed, telling fucking war stories about how we threw somebody in the fucking trash. And I'm gonna let you take off on this part about this part of the story. But I was out back smoking some weed, just hanging out, thinking it was a regular fucking night.
So yeah, the first story I told was at Beta, and that was essentially my first night ever like bouncing. And this story is actually like my last night, not necessarily bouncing, because who knows, like fucking who knows what
Yeah.
tomorrow brings.
That was the last
Who
time
knows-
you got in some
but
shit.
That's the last time I got in some real shit, and the last time I specifically did it with like you and,
Yeah.
and around. And that night was just yeah, it was a Saturday night, and I even parked in a different parking lot because everyone else like was hanging out and parked in the lot right behind Gin Mill. And I got my car, and I was like, we had like a crazy night. But the night got overshadowed by what happened next.
Yeah.
So, and I got in my car, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna drive up to the guys and say
Just say
say,
what's
say
up.
good night, and say what's up, and show some respect, show some love, and go home. Like I wasn't even planning on staying, doing anything. And I literally did that. I drove from one parking lot to the next. I pulled up to everyone, hey guys, blah, 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 have a good night. And then I went to go leave the parking lot. And as I was leaving, there was a car blocking the exit to leave the parking
Yeah.
lot. And, this is like fucking 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
So at this point,
Everybody's been gone.
everyone's been gone. The roads are cleared. And this guy's just blocking my exit to leave. So I start laying down my horn. Now, mind you, like all my staff and my boys are 100 feet away.
Yeah.
In a circle hanging out. There's probably like a dozen of them.
Yeah.
So I'm like laying on my horn, and this guy just will not move his car. So I get out of the car and I run up on his driver's side.
Yeah.
And I'm like, move your fucking piece of shit. And I
Yeah.
think, what was
I
it?
think it was a Chrysler
It was
300.
yeah. So it wasn't a piece of shit. It's probably
Yeah.
a nicer car than mine, And and he immediately looks up at me and he's like, "Fuck you!" And it made me so mad in the moment because
Yeah.
it was also like not only was it disrespect because he was, and in my opinion, at that moment he was the one in the wrong, but it was also that he did it in front of everyone. And I get that I was in the wrong in that situation, but like
I don't even remember that.
Put yourself into the situation. Like you get fucking mad, someone disrespects you.
You had a shitty night.
He already disrespected me twice at that point. I had a shitty night. I'm just trying to go home. And then he gets out of his car, and he fucking immediately pulls a fucking gun on me.
Yeah.
And do you remember what kind of gun it was?
It was 40 Smith & Wesson.
40 Smith & Wesson. So he pulls a fucking gun on me, and may I remind you, 100+ feet away, there's like 12 of my
fucking door guys.
12 of my fucking friends, all
Waiting
door
for shit.
guys. And this motherfucker started trying to pull the trigger right away, but I'm pretty sure the safety was on. He couldn't.
I don't think he had one.
Oh, I
racked.
don't think he had it. Yeah, I don't think he had one racked. Pretty much. And I think the safety. So he was like fumbling with it, and in the moment, man, it seemed like this happened over fucking 5 minutes,
Yeah.
damn. But it was like quick. But he was like fumbling hard, like trying to get a safety off, and then still trying to pull the trigger. And from my perspective, it looked like he was trying to shoot me in the legs.
Yeah.
He wasn't like I didn't
I
feel
don't
like
wanna kill you.
I didn't feel like he was trying to kill me.
Yeah.
And he could not get the round off. And then I'm just like this whole time I did not back down. Like I didn't try to get back in my car. I didn't say no, sir, please. Like I started approaching him and I was putting my hands up like bring it. Like bring
Yeah.
it. Come on, let's do this.
Fight like a man.
And then
Fight like a man.
and then he does. He put the gun back in his waist, and he goes and starts squaring up with me. My biggest mistake with this situation was he was like a stouter black dude, and and he just wasn't super impressive. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and build him up like he's huge and black. No, he was like a stouter black dude. Wasn't very impressive. Wasn't. And when he came at me, he kicked me. And I expected him to swing.
Yeah.
So he actually got a really good kick on me. And from there, I just boxed him up a little bit. And we kind of just boxed. And I did try to spray him with my pepper spray because I pulled out pepper spray because I had that on me. My gun was in the car.
Yeah.
And, I tried to hit him with pepper spray. My pepper spray failed me. Like, I just had, it was just not working out, you
Yeah.
know? So I just had to box him like old-fashioned. And once I was finally able to pull him close, then pulled him like really close to me. Then I started uppercutting him, and I know the gun fell out of his waist, his waistband,
Yeah.
and at that point, all the other bouncers had shown up. They're all on the scene.
We're like 5 feet away from you.
Yeah, and I'm like, get the gun, and someone grabs the gun,
Yeah.
and then he pulls out a knife, and then I knocked.
Fuck, I didn't even remember the fucking knife.
Yeah, and then I knocked the knife out of his hand, and I'm like, get the knife, and then
shit.
someone grabs the knife, and then I just keep rocking him, and at this point he's done
Yeah,
already.
he's about to get beat the fuck up.
And you come up from behind him, and then you start choking him.
Yeah, because in my mind, I was like, yo, he's about to get beat the fuck up. There's a good 15 of us, like, he's going to get stomped the fuck out. I was like, let me choke him the fuck out, diffuse the situation.
Yeah, so you choked him out, like, and put him out. Like,
Yeah.
he was done. And he's just knocked out on the ground with his mouth wide open, like, just fucking dreamland. And I think at that point, like, petty shit, like, I emptied the rest of my pepper spray can in his mouth.
You're like, yo, get his dick. Spray his dick.
And I went inside his car, and I hit the cabin
Yeah.
in his car, too, because I'm just like, fuck this guy. And then I think, and I was like, everyone, go home, get out
the
of here,
fuck outta here.
disperse and shit. And I fucking get in my car, and I pill out, and then everyone else, like, I think some of y'all, I don't know if you were at this point, were like waited.
I gotta piss. It's fucking water. I shouldn't have pounded that water. So, one of the things I remember was my bread and butter is I'm really good at choking motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking great at that. And because he was a shorter dude, when I hooked him, I immediately fucking tilted him up and I picked his ass up.
Yeah, you picked him. His little feet were kicking.
And then, like, some of, I'm not going to name names, but some of the weaker door guys that we knew was like, oh, this is the perfect chance to get body shots.
Right.
And they weren't doing shit.
Oh
and
my
they
God,
fucking,
I forgot
They
that,
started
yeah.
sucker punching him, and I was like,
No,
I'm not about that shit, bro. Like, but I remember, like, because at first you were like, oh, yeah, motherfucker, you got a few shots. I was like, yeah, get him, chief, get him. And then, like, people who had nothing to do with it.
It's different. It's fucking different. Like, he pulled the gun on me. Like I said, I admit it, man. Like, I did some petty shit during that fight. Like, I fucking.
But, like, motherfuckers who had nothing to do with it were like, I want to get my shot.
I was in it. Yeah. Like, some dude who's just standing off to the side, like, fucking, now's not your time to shine, dude. Like, hey, maybe you should.
Nobody's going to think you're tough.
Nobody's going to think you're tough when you're.
So, immediately, as soon as I choked him out, I remember I threw him on the fucking ground. And then I remember you pulled out the fucking can of mace, and you're like, oh, yeah, pussy. And you fucking doused this fucking dude. And he was knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he was done.
But I wasn't like, we're fucking scumbags, but we're not the scumbags that's going to kick you in the fucking face when you're knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was knocked out, and we were like, all right, let's just fucking spray him.
Right. So I sprayed him. We sent him on his way. I think a couple people were there after the fact, and they once he like came to and got up, they're just like, go get in your car, go home. It's done.
I can't see.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah.
You lost this fight. Like it happens, but you shouldn't have brought it or you shouldn't have like.
You shouldn't have pulled the fucking gun.
You should have pulled the gun. You escalated it even further than it needed to be.
I remember when he pulled the gun, there was another door guy that was there, and immediately he was like, I also have a gun. I had a gun in my fucking pocket, and I was like, I didn't want to shoot until like. If he would have shot you, we probably would have done.
Oh yeah.
There was a few.
I fully believe. I think at that night, if I remember my head count, I think like 4 of y'all had guns on you, and I think I've looked at it after the fact and shit. Because when it was happening, it happened so fucking fast, and even I did have like a tiny thought in my head, like, oh shit, bullets are gonna start flying from that direction.
Yeah.
I hope one of these motherfuckers don't shoot me, trying to save me. But in retrospect, looking back at it, I'm like shocked that no one like shot him or pulled a gun or nothing. They might have pulled it out and be like, I have a gun too, but they didn't do nothing with it.
My shit was racked and in my pocket. I was like, yo, if anything happens, I got 6 shots.
Yeah, mine was in my car and it was racked and it was ready to go. But of course, like that's how it goes, man. Yeah. And so just quick follow-up story. I don't want to like take up too much time, but like I think it was 2 weeks later, I came down to visit. And because at this point, I wasn't with the company anymore.
Yeah.
I was at a different company, and I came to visit, and I was hanging out with all of them. Same situation in the fucking parking lot, same parking lot, and fucking guess who rolls up? Fucking old dude, same fucking dude, and he rolls up. And he fucking like starts walking towards us, and we're just like the fucking balls on this,
bro.
dude.
The gall on this
gall, and like it was. I think at this point, even more people had guns. Yeah. Like there's probably like 7 of us carrying guns because now we're on high alert. And we walk up, and immediately Chris Red grabs him from behind, And
Starts pocket checking him.
and it fucking starts patting him down and fucking puts handcuffs on him. So this dude is surrounded
The
by
only
like
thing I remember about that night was when Chris had him. He was like, "Hey man, relax." He was like, "I got nothing but hate in my heart for you."
I got nothing but hate in my heart for you.
yeah.
Fucking red.
Fucking he fucking had him handcuffed, pat down, and he was surrounded by
They
like
took his
12,
knife too. He had his knife.
Yeah, he
They
had his
took it.
knife.
He didn't get that knife back.
Yeah, he had like 12 fucking bouncers surrounded him, and he was just like, I just want to talk and I just want to set shit straight, and like I just want my gun back because I don't know what happened to it that night. And we're like, fucking, who knows what happened to that gun, bud? It ain't fucking your concern no more. And I pretty much had like mob boss in front of all of us, and I pretty much just made like a little speech, which
because you were sitting down like a fan.
Yeah,
like, I remember
yeah,
you were, like,
I was sitting down like
Michael Corleone. Like, who are you?
Yeah, who are you? And
Come
I was like,
to me on my daughter's wedding and shit.
And I was like, looky here, man. I was like, you fucking showed up fucking our area and you brought this. I go, you brought that situation upon yourself. Like, you could have been cool in the first place and moved your fucking car. You could have not fucking talk shit. And then it wouldn't have escalated. Like, I get it, dude. I'm sorry about it. But then you fucking pull a gun on me, bud. Next time you pull a gun on someone, you better fucking kill him.
Better be racked.
I'm fucking telling you. Fucking, but I was just like, you pulled a gun on me. It didn't work. I beat the fuck out of you. And that's it, dude. You left with your life, bud. All you lost is your gun. Fucking,
you got off easy.
Thank your lucky stars, man.
Yeah.
And we gave them the speech and be like, here's the deal. Like, you forget that we exist, we forget you exist. And at this point, this dude fucking, so we unhandcuffed him. We're gonna let you go, man. Go on with your life.
Yeah.
Live your life. We're gonna live ours. And he gave me his fucking business card. Yeah, he gave me his fucking business card, and he's like, well, if you ever, because I think he was driving a limo or some bullshit.
Yeah, he does like the private town cars.
Private
like
town
dudes
cars
that would like sell liquors after hour and like drugs out of their shit.
Yeah, and he was he fucking was like, if you ever need anything, man, you fucking. So like at this point, like trying to be cool. I still have his fucking business card on my fridge, dude. It's on my because it's fucking funny, dude. Hilarious. Like, how does that happen? And then someone gives you their like
fucking Lodos,
dude. Yeah, different situation.
So. At this point, we were also talking about some of the scores. As a bouncer, like the shit is also, it's not always, girls' phone numbers, drinks after night. Sometimes people get drunk as fuck and they leave shit on the fucking floor. You'd be amazed the shit people leave. It's not like, fucking sunglasses and shit like that. Like, people leave fucking money on the floor. All kinds of fucking shit. Cell phones never get fucking turned in. Cell phones never fucking get turned in.
So, and I will speak for all of us, and I none of us are in the business of like stealing your shit, like your property. Like, if we know it's yours, like, especially a phone, dude, like you can, even today, like, you have to fucking really be into some shit to be able to steal a phone. Like, that don't happen. But like, you drop a fucking wad of money, you drop a wad of hundreds on the ground, that's your fault, because no one's gonna fucking go lost and found. Hey, did you find my wad of hundreds? Like, can you describe them? Can you give me the serial numbers? I
remember there was one night we were working Gin Mill and we're fucking cleaning up, and there's like 3 girls pounding on the fucking front door. They're like, "Yo, we left our fucking purse inside. We're traveling strippers. All of our fucking money's in there."
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, "Fucking wait, just fucking relax." And they're like, "No, we need to come in." I was like, "Nobody's fucking coming in. They're counting fucking money. Let us fucking look. Like, fucking chill the fuck out. Somebody fucking finds it." And sure enough, it's a fucking mini bag full of fucking money. And I was like, you know what? Let me do the fucking right thing. Let me go ahead and fucking give him the fucking bag. So I can't remember who brought it up. I think it was you or somebody higher up than me had to go up and give it to him, because it was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, it was like a crazy amount.
I give it up to them. They fucking just open it. They see the money and they don't even fucking say thank you. They just like shut the fucking door in our face. And I was like, I should have fucking taken some money out of that shit. I was like,
hey, if you're ever in that situation and you fucking lose your wallet and you lose your fucking purse, whatever it is, and you fucking get it returned back to you and it has everything inside it, give the motherfucker who gave it to you a 20. Something. Like, to show your appreciation. I know fucking I would. Like, that's not fucking cool.
I was like, bro, you could have came up. I appreciate you.
Because they could have fucking, the door guy, fucking the bartender, whoever, they could have fucking emptied that purse and be like, that's how we found it. And how are you going to prove otherwise?
Exactly.
I want to watch the footage. I guarantee you, any bar you go to is not going to let you watch that footage.
Because they're like, you get a warrant.
Yeah, exactly. You need a warrant to see that. The best floor score I ever found that wasn't fucking just like advertly something like a bag of pills or something crazy. It was and I think it was like at the end of the month too. So this is how you know.
Yeah.
And I found an envelope on the ground when we were cleaning, and I think it was already like we were like 5-10 minutes into cleaning after everyone's left. So there's no reason I should have found this.
Yeah.
Like someone else should have found this already. And I picked up the envelope and I opened it up, and there was like fucking. I think there was like $2,000 in it. It was like it was clearly like someone's rent money or some shit. But here's my
want to
piece.
ball out.
For one, okay, you have it just in an unmarked fucking envelope, and for two, like, why are you bringing that shit to the club?
Yeah.
You
The
know
most
what?
the most expensive drink we had was probably like $12.
Yeah, 12 fucking dollars. Like,
Man, what
man,
the fuck you
you,
balling
you
out?
you and your homie and your homie's homie, fucking can get fucked up for like a bill. You know, like why you carrying around 2,000
Yeah,
fucking dollars?
fuck that.
You know, and I had a fucking good night. You know, like clearly I went out like, oh, we're going to Denny's after work. You know, that kind of night. Yeah, so I think that's like the best one I've ever fucking personally.
The best
seen.
one I ever had was I was working at Beer Hall, and I'm picking up shit, and like nobody, like all the door staff, they're either talking to bitches or they're fucking not cleaning. And I was like, fucking, I gotta do all this shit by myself, so I'm picking up shit, and I see a coat just hanging out by itself, and I was like, God damn it, let me fucking take this coat to Lost and Found, and I do a quick pat check, and like, I feel that there's money. I don't gotta look in there, I just fucking feel the coat, and I was like, yo, there's fucking money in here. The dude the next day came and was like looking for his coat, and I was like, yeah, sorry, man, this is what we have. I don't know, if you see it, take it. And he was like, nope, it's not in there. All right, man, well, have a good day. I was like, boy, I brought myself so much more joy. That motherfucker didn't give a fuck
He didn't
about
even
that.
care. Yeah.
He cared more about the coat.
Yeah, if he's the kind of motherfucker who's carrying fucking $2,000 or whatever in his fucking pocket at the bar,
He's all right.
either he's a dumb motherfucker or he don't care.
Yeah, and I was like, I feel better with
You'd
this.
be like, I care. I like PlayStations.
Yeah.
You know.
As far as scores, those are probably like the best ones I got. And one of the things that I kind of want to talk about was when we were at Gin Mill was the goddamn popcorn machine, man. People, it's so weird because like people who didn't really come to the Gin Mill regularly be like, oh my God, you guys have popcorn? I love this popcorn. I come every time I come out, I gotta have some of this popcorn. I was like, this popcorn?
This fucking popcorn?
You came to this bar specifically for this fucking popcorn? All right, that shit. People never fucking wash their hands, man. And people would go to town on this fucking popcorn like we couldn't pop it fast enough.
No.
People would
never.
be like fucking grabbing their hand, scraping the bottom of the fucking thing to get the fucking popcorn. It wasn't that fucking good.
There were when we got new door guys, like it was one of those things where it's like you would spend like 1 or 2 shifts just training on the popcorn machine. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like you would have to know how to not burn it because you burn that. You burned
it at least 5 times.
Oh yeah, you burn that popcorn, that whole fucking place stinks. Yeah. But the thing is, like just like Pierre said, you have to fucking make it non-fucking stop. You get stuck at that popcorn machine sometimes, and that's all you're doing. That's your whole night. I'm just making popcorn, and then you just watch fucking people, and especially now in COVID days, man. Yeah. Oh man, you think about it now, dude. That's crazy. It's fucking crazy. People just sticking their hands in there and just eating it mouthfuls, just like
they come right out of the bathroom.
And they come right out of the bathroom and fucking because the men's bathroom's right across from it, and I've seen and heard of the grossest fucking things in that fucking popcorn. That popcorn was fucking next level. Yeah, people puking that motherfucker. I've heard of mice running around in it.
Oh yeah.
There
were definitely mice in that motherfucker.
Oh yeah. Bar. Oh well, it was like, I guess the fancy way of saying it was like it was an outdoor concept. Yeah. Because they had like very open patio and shit. So yeah, we're in downtown Denver, you don't think there's fucking rats or mice?
That shit's everywhere. At the fucking fancy ass bar you go to, there's fucking mice.
Yeah, I don't care how fancy the bar is. You're going in Denver. There's fucking mice in there.
That fucking popcorn was nasty as fuck. The only way I ate it was if it was freshly popped. But even some people they're like, no, fuck that. I won't eat any
some people, some employees wouldn't even eat it if it was freshly popped. Like, and I was kind of in the same board with you. Like, I would eat it, but only if like I'm popping it, and I see it literally. It's coming out right into my fucking bowl.
Yeah.
The reason that you have to have like the reason that we even had a popcorn machine was because to have a liquor license in Denver, you have to like serve.
Have snacks.
You have to have food available.
Yeah.
And instead of in the gym, don't have no fucking kitchen.
No.
It don't have candy bars
Yeah.
and shit.
They don't have bag of chips.
You
They
don't
don't
have
know
that
hot
bag of
Cheetos.
chips. There's no hot Cheetos there.
We would sell the fuck out of it if we had hot Cheetos there.
Dude, I always tried to get a vending machine there,
Yeah.
and like they
killed
fucking
it.
yeah they were just like, oh, he's like, oh, maybe. I was like, if we had a vending machine, whatever, we kill. Especially you put dumb goofy shit in
Yeah.
there. You know, you fucking put a can of corn in there, some condoms.
People buy that shit.
People buy it. You know, yeah, the popcorn machine. So there's my advice to you, listeners.
Yeah.
If you ever go to a bar and there's just like that kind of situation, it's just a popcorn machine. It's just like anyone could reach their hand. Just don't.
And I was one of the few
Don't.
door guys who would clean that shit. Like, I would be like, I got people that come over and like come out to see me and they want the popcorn. I was like, every time I closed the bar, I was like, I got to clean this bitch. But a lot of times that shit did not get fucking cleaned.
Yeah, that shit got cleaned like during bar cleans
Yeah,
only. And
if that.
how often do you
And
think
that was
those
like,
happen?
fuck. When somebody fucked up or got fired.
Yeah. No, we're doing a meeting in a bar clean.
But I'm going to close with this. Shit, working downtown made me not care about people.
Yeah.
And it's hard just to fucking like have compassion for people. Because, sometimes people are going through shit. Sometimes they're fucking dealing with some crazy ass shit. But when you deal with it every fucking day you work, you hear the same fucking sob story. My girlfriend left me. She's making out with some dude. I was like, cool, bro. Then don't fucking date hoes.
Right.
Like, how the
Yeah.
fuck is it? Bro, I'm a fucking bouncer, dog. What the fuck are you talking to me for?
Don't date girls you meet at the fucking gin mill.
Yeah.
But I'll give you a fucking, a tip right here, man.
Yeah, don't go to ladies' night, motherfucker.
Don't go to ladies' night and pick up girls. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, like, I feel you. I feel you on that because I feel when I started bouncing, I was very, like, I know I just told a story of me, like, jumping on people.
Yeah.
But when it came to, like, situation, when it comes to, like, it's cold outside and I left my coat and I got to go to the bathroom and everything. Like, I would be helpful and not even Captain Save a Ho, just like Captain Save a person.
Yeah.
Captain Save a citizen.
You're
you know?
distressed right now.
Yeah.
I want to help you.
Yeah. I would want to help you. I want to, like, get you right and do right with your life. Go for it.
You need a cab? Let me call you a cab.
Yeah, let me call you a cab.
use
Let
my
me stand
cell
outside.
phone.
Let me stand outside and protect you from creeps while you're waiting for your cab. Shit like that. And you go and some people would be like, "Well, that's part." I'll tell you
fuck
right
that,
now.
bro.
No.
Not for what we ever get paid.
And after you get paid what you get paid for so long and deal with the amount of shit that you deal, like it hardens you. Like,
Yeah.
and I think like I've almost come circle because now I'm in a different like department now. I bartend, so I'm a little I'm nicer to
Yeah.
people. I kind of gotta be. They tip me. I get paid now.
Yeah.
So but for a long time, the same as you, I'm just like, as long as we're doing what we need to do and it ain't going to come back at us in a major way and, like, fuck these people.
Yeah.
That's really what it came down to. Like, I don't give a fuck. Open the doors, get them in here, sell what we need to sell, close the doors, get them the fuck
Get
out.
them the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't care about you anymore. Oh, my coat. Oh, my feelings. Oh, like,
I
sucks
think
to suck.
I think I left
Fucking leave.
my gloves in there. I had a pair of gloves over there in that corner. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. I don't
the
care.
fuck
I don't
outta
care
here.
about your
Yeah,
fucking gloves.
fuck out of here.
Oh, I turned. What do you mean you can't take my ID? It's I'm still 21, but
Yeah.
it's just
expired.
voided. It's just expired. So
No.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't even want to hear your story.
I don't wanna hear it.
I used to be able to like, well, let me hear your story. Maybe I can help you. But now I'm like, I don't even going to give a fuck. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about your story. Now we reached the end of the episode. If you could send a message to all your fellow scumbags, what would you say?
My best advice to people out there listening, if you want to be a better person, fucking, know what you're doing when you're doing shit. And I know that is very vague,
Yeah.
but I take this a piece of advice as a bouncer and as a bartender, and like one of the things that drives me nuts is if you go to a bar and you're waiting, let's say you're waiting 5 minutes to get the bartender to get attention and you get a drink, and he asks you what you want, and you're like, oh, I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, what do you want?
What do you guys want to drink?
What do you have? Be better.
Yeah.
Be better. And it's the same thing. Just know what you want. Know what you're doing when you're going out and having a good time, because I guarantee you're going to make that person's life easier. And maybe that person won't be grumpy.
Yeah.
Maybe that person won't be such an asshole. If I had more customers in my life, more people I interacted with that just showed up, had their ID out, ready to present it to me, have a good evening, sir, thank you very much, went on their way, Man, can you imagine?
Be so much fucking better.
Could you imagine how much nicer we
Yeah.
would be? So maybe that's the change I would like to see in the world.
Because it happens, like, even when I was bouncing, sometimes, like, I'd be grouchy as fuck. And then somebody would come up to me like, "Oh, how you doing today, sir? Here's my ID." Wait patiently and like, "Well, thank you. I hope you have a great night." And I was like, "You know what? I was acting like a fucking asshole, man. I hope you have a fucking
Yeah, I
great
hope
night."
you have a fucking
Yeah.
great night. Hey, man, shout out to you for being the one person who knows how to talk to a
Yeah.
human being. So that's my
Do
my final
better.
word. Do better.
All right, y'all. Blessings. Fuck, it's hot now. Fucking beer got me hot.
I just muted them both. Ew. We were like right at 44 minutes.